Going to be spoken to by Mr Christian Foster, the leader of the petition to stop plan to relocate the Civic Centre, in the chamber with us today to speak about the petition. Christian, you have 3 minutes to present your petition. Thank you.
Thank you, Lord Mayor, ladies and gentlemen, the Council and public. As I said, I'd like to introduce the petition with 1,397 signatures, and this is to stop the relocation of the Civic Centre. The Council relocated before to a newly built Unity House in 1973. In the last 20 years, the Council spent at least £30 million relocating back to Stoke in its current Civic Centre and Swann House. This move promised to bring economic investment to Stoke. It did little. This sets a precedent for failure if the main objectives of these plans are to attract business. These plans are underway only 21 years after that move, costing at least a further £55 million. A third relocation within 42 years, the total costs of which must be staggering and have angered the public. We ask you to fully understand that these signatures are against the relocation of the Civic Centre and not the CBD plans. The main point here remains that it seems entirely irresponsible to spend public money on repeatedly moving the Civic Centre every 20 years. The CBD plans should and can go ahead without a new Civic Centre. We wish for the serious consideration on whether the relocation has any real advantages to the community and on inward investment. To consider the money already used on relocation purposes. What commitment businesses have made to the CBD if the relocation goes ahead. For assurance that the relocation is not for the appeasement of a profit-seeking developer just to ensure that they make a return on an unsuccessfully marketed site. For assurance that the relocation isn't just an attempt to increase Hanley footfall figures to help a developer make a second shopping centre. The relocation isn't part of the mandate for change. The relocation isn't a change. It's not a change from how the Council has handled regeneration and money-saving operations over the last 40 years. Claims of £2 million a year savings can be disregarded by splitting the £30 million costs between each of the 20 years since investing in the last move. What has been part of the mandate for change and its update report are the points as follows. The Council needs to change, to be careful how it spends every penny of public money, and within the update, to help councillors become more effective by supporting the Member Development Charter. Perhaps they could prove that by showing how councillors can return to their wards and listen to what the people think of these relocation plans and act accordingly. The mandate states that we want to be a leader in the green revolution, then lead by example, reduce, reuse, recycle buildings. It's environmentally sustainable to develop existing property rather than build new and relocate. This is one of the key principles of CORE, which the City proudly promotes. It's difficult to find new sustainable uses specifically functioning heritage buildings, such as the chamber we are in. The Council,
1 minute, Christian. 1 minute.
Sorry, sure. The Council operations are not that of a profitable business. If Civic Centre would not create jobs, it would be relocating jobs. Don't sell this Civic Centre. One option may be to see the £40 million as a development loan and go ahead with the building of this office space, but not as a Civic Centre, but to sell it on as an income, perhaps, on to incoming business. There can be ideas to salvage this project and kickstart the CBD. Despite the money that's already invested, it's not too late to stop all plans to relocate the Civic Centre. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Christian. Councillor Conte.
Yeah, I'd like to move a motion, please, Lord Mayor. I'd like that petition referred to scrutiny, please. Thank you.
Is that seconded?
Seconded, Lord Mayor.
I would remind members now that we're just speaking to whether it goes to scrutiny or not. We're not going to debate the city centre, we're going to debate whether it goes to scrutiny or not. Councillor Paul Shotton.
Thank you, Lord Mayor. I appreciate the concerns that the members of the public have got regarding the relocation, Lord Mayor. I think we have to put our hands up and say that we haven't done a very good PR job with respect to explaining the reasons why we're relocating. Very, very clearly, we have over 40 buildings in the City, Lord Mayor, 8 of which are administration buildings, and a misconception is that this building is big enough to accommodate all of our corporate staff. It isn't. This building will accommodate 1,100 staff at the most and currently accommodates about 900. The new buildings will accommodate somewhere between 1,500 and 1,700, and the council operate from 8 locations across the city. It's extremely inefficient, it's extremely costly, doesn't give us any efficiencies of having our staff located in one position, and it's not very good for our users because they may have to go all over the city to access services instead of being able to go to one central location. So I don't think this petition should be referred to overview scrutiny. And to point out to the opposition, well, firstly, the central business district, and I appreciate the Speaker quite rightly said that the petition wasn't opposed to central business district. The opposition actually led on the development of the central business district. And when these plans came forward, the opposition didn't question the plans, they didn't call them in. So they didn't have any concerns at that point in time. So where are the concerns now coming from, Lord Mayor? It's because we've got a petition and the opposition are playing to the gallery. So instead of looking at what's in the interest of this city and what will save this city money, I think the relocation will save money. And to answer the Speaker's questions with respect to considering the sale of the building to Commerce, really that's underpinning exactly what the Council intends for the central business district. If this City Council don't have confidence in our city, so we are not prepared to invest in our city at such a dire economic time, who is going to have confidence? Now, from the announcements that we've made with respect to moving into the central business district, we've already got substantial interest from a major hotel chain, Lord Mayor, and we're starting to see interest and confidence being generated in our city. So I don't think this should go to
I've got to pull you to the resolution that that we're sticking to whether it should go to scrutiny.
It's referred to overview scrutiny, and I think the opposition have had the opportunity to do that, and they haven't, Lord Mayor.
Thank you. Councillor, please.
Thank you, Lord Mayor. I will be voting in favour of referring to overview and scrutiny, and it's not playing to the gallery. It's called listening to the people.
Councillor Joy Garner.
Thank you, Lord Mayor. I won't support this. The opposition have had the opportunity to call this in and didn't. And I think for that, they shouldn't be calling for it to be returned to overview and scrutiny. We have taken these decisions. They're brave decisions. They may not be popular, but they will benefit our city.
Councillor Joy Garner.
Thank you, Lord Mayor. As has been said already, the decisions have been made all along through this process, and several oppositions there have had the opportunity to call them in and have chosen not to do so. Why just wait till the public gallery is full and play to the gallery? They're playing at politics instead of coming up with ideas of their own. So there's no reason on this planet for us to send it yet again through a scrutiny process when it has already been debated at scrutiny. So there's no reason to clog up the rest of the democratic process in the council with it.
Councillor Conte, you've got the right to reply.
Yeah, thanks, Lord Mayor. I'm a firm believer in scrutiny, and I haven't had the opportunity twice now. This is the second time that I've asked my colleagues across the floor, let's get round the table and debate this issue. Let's give the people the opportunity to actually have their say. You keep mentioning the fact that we had the opportunity to call it in. That's a load of nonsense. I am the councillor for the Stoke area, and not once has one single councillor or officer come to me and said, we're thinking about moving the Civic Centre to the CBD. Not once. I was not given an opportunity to respond or call it in. Not one single person actually informed me as the councillor. Out of courtesy, it would have been nice to be asked around the table to discuss these proposals instead of waiting for the petitions to come in and the marches on Stoke. All we're asking for is longer than 3 minutes to actually talk about this issue. Let the public have their say in the scrutiny process, and that's all I'm asking for. Thank you, Lord Mayor.
Thanks for that, Councillor Conti. Those in favour of calling it in, please show. Those against? Can I ask you to be quiet, please? Those against, please show. That's lost. Thank you.